In this video, we will learn about methods of separation. Now for separation, we need to have a mixture so that we can separate individual components. Now different methods are used to separate the components from different mixture. Now separation of solids from a mixture of solids. How do we do it? First method is hand picking. Hand picking is very simple way. So if there is a mixture of colored balls or if there is a mixture of colored substances at home, so we can separate these things by picking them out with our hands. And the separation of mixture could be easily done at a physical character basis. That is, we can differentiate them based on size, shape, color, texture, so on. The second method is threshing. Threshing is used in agricultural field wherein we beat or shake the entire stalk of the plant to loosen and remove the seeds. Now the paddy stalk can be threshed to remove the paddy grains from it, or we can use a thresher, a machine, to do the similar process. It can be manual or machinery. Apart from threshing, there is the next method in agricultural field known as winnowing. Now here we can see a farmer is winnowing the grains. Now what does winnowing mean? It is basically a separation technique where we separate grains or seeds from their chaff. Now what does that mean? So this is a grain of paddy or wheat. Now around it you have a protective small thin layer, leaf-like or paper-like structure, which has to be separated. So winnowing is a technique where we separate this chaff from the main seed by taking help of the wind. So we will allow the wind to blow away the lighter impurities, that is the chaff, from heavier grain. Now heavy grain, we can see it is falling onto the ground, whereas chaff will fly away as it is light-weighted. Next method is sieving. Sieving is a method of separating mixture of various sized particles by passing them through a suitable sieve, and the size of the sieve varies. So at home, when we are sieving the flour, the powder, the sieve thin or the pore in the sieve is very small. But similarly, if we see a construction site where they separate the sand and the small rocks or pebbles, the size of the sieve pores are larger and depends on what are we separating. Next is sublimation. Sublimation is a process of changing of a solid directly into a gas without changing into a liquid state. Now ammonium chloride, iodine, naphthalene, etc. do sublime on heating. On the other hand, the process of changing of gas directly into solid, that is the opposite of sublimation, is called as deposition. Now let's understand with the help of a small activity. Now the aim of this activity is to show the sublimation and deposition of ammonium chloride. Now materials required is a china dish, a glass funnel, ammonium chloride, a tripod stand, a wire mesh, burner, and a piece of cotton. Now the materials are arranged into a proper setup. Now we can see here the beaker or our inverted glass, that is the glass funnel is inverted and cotton plug has been put, and we will take the china dish and put solid ammonium chloride into the china dish, and we will set up the tripod stand and the mesh so that the burner can be right below the setup. Now we will take small quantity of ammonium chloride, crush it and put it in china dish, and wire mesh will be placed on the tripod stand and china dish will be placed on it, and we'll fix the burner and start the fire. Now we have to make sure that the stem of the funnel is plugged with a piece of cotton as to shown in the adjoining figure. Now what is the observation that we do after some time? So we have to put the heat and observe it. Now we will observe that there will be small fumes or vapors coming out, that is ammonium chloride vapors from the china dish. and as and when it becomes a vapor, and slowly it will form small layer or a thin layer inner wall of the funnel. Okay, now the conclusion is on heating, ammonium chloride is directly converted into a vapor form, and these vapors on moving upward will cool down and solidify. So this is the example for deposition. The first part, that is this part, will be sublimation, the below part. The upper part where the ammonium chloride solidifies and deposits on inner wall will be the deposition. I hope it is clear to you. Thank you.